You know, like what is going on in the world today?
What is going on in the world today? So many things
The
are happening.
wars going on.
So many things are happening. The rates are
skyrocketing.
Yeah, again, from the beginning of the year, we thought it finally like settled down. Mm-hmm. It's a stabilized, but now it's going back to 7% again. It's crazy. What the hell? It's crazy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk NYC. Today, my co-host, Kenwood Chan, and me, briantngo. We're going to jump into a couple topics today, financially in the real estate industry, and some news that's going on in real estate. And we're going to talk about another, mental healthness about real estate.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the first thing we want to do is talk about, you were saying, Kenwood, financially?
Yeah, financially, I said if you were to take away one problem away, that will solve a lot of people's problems in today's world. If you take away the financial part, I think a lot of people will be having a much easier life.
You think so?
I definitely think so. Because a lot of people are working just paycheck to paycheck. You know, if you're not in real estate, in real estate, you don't have a paycheck. The only paycheck is when you get the closing. And that's your only paycheck. That's why it's a lot of struggle for real estate agents. Mental. They have to be mentally tough because you don't know when that check is coming. And then when that check does come, then you're like, okay, this is, it kind of gives you a reminder saying, okay, well, this is why I worked as hard as I did. And this justifies the work that I do and the work that I will continue to do. But it's a lot of struggle too for real estate because you have to constantly find business. You have to constantly find business, and you don't know where the business is gonna come from.
I think that goes to not just real estate. I think any kind of business, you're always looking for a potential client, right? You always have to have that. That is the put this way. That's the financial game. In our modern age. Yeah, that is what it is a game that we're playing, is the financial game. Because if you're saying we take away the financial, everybody's like, don't need to worry about money anymore and don't worry about, then I think that is like a double-edged sword again, because if you take that away, all the lazy people is still gonna be lazy. Right?
Yeah.
Now they don't have to worry about that. But then now, think about it, is that you're taking that away, then you're going to take away kind of like the whole society. Where it is, the game part, right? How would the achiever be recognized as an achiever? And then how the one that is lazy is being recognized as the lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even you take that away, then you're taking the modern age out. In this way, and we're gonna go back to kind of like the Stone Age. Think about it. Now we got to go out there and start hunting for food. Or do you want to go into a fine dine restaurant? Put it this way: do you want to be having? See, we don't have the financial worry anymore. Now we have to go back to the Stone Age where you have to go out and hunt your own food. Put it this way. Think about it.
Yeah.
Do you want to go out there and hunt for your own food every single day? If you don't pay for certain things, even back in the days, that's why we created this civilization, is because of that. Financially is a game. If you understand the game, you will be on top. But if you kind of don't understand the game, you're going to be struggling all the time. Right. So real estate is honestly a game too. But I believe real estate give you that game changer, because they reward you a lot more if you put your time and effort to work in it. Right?
Yep.
You get that big fat check, if you make that deal work. If you don't make the deal work, you get nothing. It's like going hunting every single day. Right?
That's true.
What other business out there that allow you to do that, like going hunting every day? Not a lot. I mean, if you're working from a 9-to-5 job, you have to listen to somebody else breathing in the back of your head, telling you, hey, you got to do this, right? You hunting for them.
Yeah.
You calling clients for them. You do certain things for them. That's why they paying you for that kind of service. You see what I'm saying? So that's a kind of like the society and the game that we're playing. what do you want to do? But I believe, like in any business wise, if you're your own boss, you will be on top a lot better, right? You create your own destiny.
Yeah.
Right? And I believe in real estate is the most cheapest way to start a business.
Yeah.
Think about it. You only need to go to class for 72 hours, get your license, and go out there and work for a firm. But you're still an independent contractor. Okay? You make your own schedule, you make your own time, you put your own effort, your own energy into learning and into doing things and into making production for yourself, honestly. It's not really about the firm you're in or about whatever it is. It's about you. Right?
Yep.
But now you're saying if you take away that financial, thing, everybody's free and clear. I think everybody's going to be lazy and not going to do shit.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a two-edged sword. Yeah.
But I really do wish that I am financially free too. Yes, because the thing is, in modern age and time, we associate ourselves financially, right? We want certain things, right? We want better stuff, better cars, bigger house.
Yeah.
Right. We want a status change. Put it that way. That's why we want to be able to make more and more. But honestly, anybody can be going back to the jungle if you want. If you don't want to live in a
what does that have to go back with the jungle?
Because truthfully, in the jungle or going back to I would say the Stone Age, then you don't have to worry about financially. You only have to worry about going hunting, right? Make your food that day, and then build your own hut of trees and stuff. You're not gonna live in a modern age. You're not gonna have a 50-inch TV. You're not gonna be able to have a laptop. You're not gonna be able to have other stuff, right?
So it sounds like what you're saying, Brian. If you take away the financial part of everyday life, you kind of take away the challenges as well.
That's right. You will take away the improvement for society. Put it that way.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then you take away financially. You take away the hungerness for people to drive to be more.
Yeah, they want to strive as much.
Yeah. There's no other, giving to drive. People succeed because they want to be better, right? People succeed is they want to do more things, afford more stuff. That's why they push themselves to that. And if you take away that, I guess I would say award or gratification on that, then you're in a way taking away the life. Think about it, right? I want to be financially free. I don't want to worry about financially. But think about it, you can work to that. In real estate, you can work to become financially free.
Yeah.
All right? But I guarantee you, any other business out there, I don't think you can work for that to be financially free. But over here in real estate, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's just about how hard you work. That's why I like real estate in this way. That's why I am still in the real estate game, because I believe that is the vehicle that allow me to become financially free. Okay? But I don't know about you. What do you think? I mean, if you take away that finance, what do you be doing?
That's a good question.
What do you be doing?
Yeah, never really thought about it. But I would say if you take away that financial part, a lot of people's lives will be a lot easier. They don't have to worry. It'll take away that.
It will take away that
everyday adversity they had to go through. Because a lot of people are not as fortunate as it's like real estate. When you work as hard, you get rewarded with the bigger commissions, right? But a lot of people are just working a 9-to-5 job. They're working a 9-to-5 job. They live on paychecks to paychecks. They get paychecks every 2 weeks or a month. And with now inflation, it's like that paycheck doesn't really mean anything right now. It's like, what can you buy with those paychecks? You can't buy anything. Even when you buy food right now, it's like $10. You go fill gas, like $50. Utilities, that's pretty much every day.
I totally agree with you. I mean, the inflation, and that's why everything goes up.
Yeah.
Right? Salaries now going up. McDonald's, you're working at McDonald's back in the days when I remember when I was in high school, you paying like getting $8 an hour. But now McDonald's is 15. Giving you, no, minimum? I think it's $18 now.
18 now? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$18 an hour. So that's pretty much, it's pretty good. I mean, if you compare it to before, right? I mean, like, before I was getting $8 if you were working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now you're getting paid $18.
Because the inflation, things were a lot more affordable. The fact that even when you pay $8 an hour.
It seems like that. But like I said to you, you think about it, it's just like another game. Right? It's just another game of, I would say, the government putting it out there or whoever it is on there. Inflation goes up, things goes up, your lifestyles goes up. I mean, everything goes up too. Yeah. It triggered down to every single stuff, But truthfully, the value that I've seen is still remain the same. Yeah. It's just a number, maybe look a little bit more. But honestly, the value is still, if you think about it, it's almost the same shit.
Yeah, that's good perspective.
Yeah, right. It's the same shit. I mean, back in the days, I buy a gum for like 25 cents, right? But now the gum now is like 75 cents.
Oh wow! Okay.
Shit, that's like double the time. That double mint gum thing? Yeah, have you ever eaten double mint gum? You remember that? The double mint gum? That was 25 cents back in the days.
I used to buy the bazooka ones.
Oh, you?
I don't see anymore.
No, they still have it.
They still have it?
They still have it. My girl actually, got
how much is that?
one. I didn't know how much it cost. I don't know. I think it's like $2 or something. I think the bazooka. Wow. I don't know, somewhere around there. But but everything goes up. Yeah. Put it that way. But the values still remain the same. Honestly, it's not nothing different. If you think about it, it's just a numbers game. If you're gonna make you feel that this thing is so expensive or this thing is it's just pulling yourself down. Yeah. Don't think of it that way. I would say, encourage you to think more, right? If you want to make more, think of how to produce more. Yeah, that's right? True. And financially, that's why, like I said to you, that's why I like real estate. Because, if I work more, I put my time and effort more, I sell more houses, I make more money. It's very simple.
And that's the next question I want to ask, with everything, financial, inflation, everything that's happening around the world right now. What would be like a good investment in real estate, Brian? Like if you had, let's say you saved enough money to buy an investment property, what would you invest in the real estate market today?
I would invest in rental property. I would invest in rental property because it will get you passive income. And there's a certain time frame that if you're going to have mortgage, there's still a time frame that you can actually finish the mortgage, right? Yeah. So at least that there's a deadline on there. You're not paying for the rest of your life, but you're paying a certain period of time, and then you recuperate whatever that it is. So I it's not because I'm in the real estate market that I'm recommending people buy real estate, but I think real estate is a vehicle for you to build wealth over a period of time and battle inflation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. If the house that you bought 5 years ago now worth whatever it is that you bought it for at that time, because the inflation, it looks like it's a lot more. Yeah. But honestly, the value of your house is still remaining the same. But you're still getting more benefit from taxation, right? You get benefit from people that's paying you the rent if you still have it. So I would say safe-wise investment is real estate, and wealth building is real estate. For this part. So I would recommend if anybody have the extra money or extra capability, I would say invest into real estate, because that would keep your money there. Yeah. Still remaining. It's like almost like you're buying gold, put it that way, right? If you buy gold back in the days, gold cost like a couple $100. Now gold's like $1,000 something for an ounce of gold. Yeah. So same thing goes with real estate. Back in the days, as we know, 10 years ago in real estate in New York City, a single family could be like $500,000. Now it's like close to $1 million. Yeah,
it is close to $1 million.
Right?
Single family house, yeah.
Yeah, single family. But even multiple families is going to be a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
So my recommendation, if you have money sitting on the side and you don't know exactly what the hell you're doing, I would say throw it into real estate and park your money there. Because if you leave it in the bank ain't going to give you anything. Yeah. What is the rate right now for a CD? 1.something%, the return. Inflation is like every single year is like 4% inflation or 4 to like 8% inflation. So the value of your money is losing every single year if you park your money in the bank. Put it that way. But if you park it into real estate, your value of your money is still retained. Yeah. you have appreciation every single year. You see? Your money is growing every single year. See, back in the days, you look at like the house, like I said, 500,000 back in the days, right? And now you look at the house now, you will make that extra amount of money already.
Right.
You see? It would catch up to the inflation or even more, put it that way. And especially in New York City, we don't have any more land.
We have a lot of people.
And we have a lot of people. So it's always good to invest in real estate in New York City.
Yeah.
Put it that way. If you can afford it. If you can't afford it, then I would say look elsewhere. But anywhere is a good investment in real estate. Doesn't matter what it is, I believe.
So would you tell people, like, if they had the money right now to invest, let's say they have $500,000, and they said, Brian, I need to look for investment property. Would you recommend a 3 to 4 family, or would you recommend like a 6 family that's like rent stabilized?
No, I mean $500,000
They have $500,000
in the bank
in down payment.
Well, $500,000 compare for like I would say $1 million property. You have 50% down.
Yeah.
So nowadays, now you're talking about is the mortgage people, right?
Yeah.
Now you got to talk about can you able to get the mortgage for that 50%, right? You think of where can you afford. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you could, you know now the mathematic. If you have 50% from $1 million, that's 50% down. Usually, if you go in traditional route with all the documentation, maybe you don't have to put that much a heavy down. But if you don't have that, the documentation, filing tax and everything else, you can do the non-document for mortgage-wise, then you have to put like at least 35 to 50% down.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all depend on the mortgage people that you're working with. Whoever's going to accept to give you that money.
And it seems like right now with the market as it is right now, rates is almost like 7%. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I
It's
mean,
ridiculous.
rate is always fluctuating. Right now,
Yeah.
7%, 6%. It's going. You're not going to see that rate at the pandemic time anymore.
Yeah, that's no more. That
You're not going to see
gone.
3% or 4%.
For people who didn't buy then, you missed the boat.
Yeah, you missed the boat. I mean, don't even think about it now. The normality right now that I'm seeing is people have to be accustomed to like the 6 and 7%.
Yeah. And actually 6 to 7% is
not
actually
bad.
is normal.
Yeah.
It's just that back then when the market was hot, it was always around 4.5, 4, something like that.
No, I mean, I see it in my time.
Yeah.
It was one time when I was even like, I would believe like in 2008,
Yeah.
the percentage was at 8%.
Yeah, yeah. 8%, yeah.
8%. So it's not like it's something that out of the blue.
Yeah.
And the normality was actually at 8%.
Yeah.
And back in like the 1990 or even 1990, the interest rate went up to like almost in the teen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like 10, 11,
but
12, yeah.
people still buying at that time.
Yeah.
Right? So, 7, 8% or even 6% is not bad. To be honest, that's what I'm saying to you. It comes down to can you be able to afford it or not? Right? It doesn't matter. Don't look at the percentage and don't look at it. Are you able to pay that mortgage payment every single month? That's what I would look at.
Yeah.
Okay? If you're buying a house, you would look at, can you be able to afford that payment? Don't even look at the percentage, that payment. And are you able to even attain the mortgage? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So there's a lot of factors.
There's a lot of factors in buying a home. So I would recommend looking at the payment every single month instead of looking at, the interest rate. Oh, it is going up or it's going down. No, look at can you able to pay that payment every single month.
Yeah. And that's
I would
what it
look
is.
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And given enough time, the payments are
That's
decreased.
right.
Yeah.
If you can be able to afford a home now and able to, comfortably living in that, you still getting a home.
Yeah.
Right? You're still getting like I said, like something that you love and want all this time.
Yeah.
Right? Think about like, are you able to afford the home? Able to pay the mortgage? Don't think about the mortgage rate because the mortgage rate you're not gonna see that kind of crazy mortgage rate. But maybe if you hold it out enough, like for instance, you when you're buying a real estate property, you have to think about long term. You can't think about short term, right? You're not gonna sell the house next year.
Yeah, you're not.
Or even like 3 years. Think about it, because you want to buy a home for yourself, right? You want to buy real estate. That's one thing about a lot of people is that you're buying and holding. It's a long-term investment you're doing. You're not doing short-term investment. You're not like a stock market. You're changing hand right away. You know, your money's going to be in there for long-term wise.
Yeah. And it's not like the really good thing that you brought up is about the payment that you're making every month. It's not like the payment let's say for just a number throwing out there, you're paying $3,000 every month, right? For the mortgage. 5 years later, 8 years later, you're not paying $3,000 again. That number is gonna drop.
Yeah. Well, one thing with the mortgage, if you think about rates, this is in history, in statistic wise, market wise, what I've seen the past 10 years. There's always kind of like there's a reset. You know, yes, your mortgage maybe right now is like at 7-8% or whatever it is. You can still do refi if the mortgage drop.
Yeah.
Right?
True. Yeah.
You never know 5 years from now, maybe the mortgage is going to go back to like 3%. I don't know, but you never know. But you kind of like lock it in for what it is right now. So that's why I would recommend, you know, getting into mortgage. You know, if you can afford what it is, lock it in for 30 years. And then if the mortgage really dropped by 2 or 3 years from now, you can still refi your house.
Yeah.
And pull down the payment and things like that at that time. So I don't see what, you know, people have to just get to be familiar with that 6 and 7%. That's it. And are you able to afford the house? If you can able to afford the house, I don't care what percent it is. If for me, I would buy it even at 10%. Yeah. If I could afford the payment every single month, I would buy it anyway. But I know that, you know, see, a mortgage there's a time frames that you can pay it off by. It's not like like an insurance. It's not like a life insurance that you pay for the rest of your life. You understand? You know, there's a time payment to it. So you at least you know that certain period of time you will pay it off. Yeah. Or it's just depending on how fast you want to pay it off. That's it.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, what is the rate for the mortgage right now?
Well, yesterday I heard the rates, or maybe 2 days ago, they said the rates went almost back to 7%. And you know, that does affect a lot of people buying power. Like there's a house that's gonna be closed next week, right? So they entered a contract. They went under contract, and that was about 2 months ago. But 2 months ago, the rates were like 6%. Now it's almost like 7%. Okay. But when they were trying to lock in the rate, they never locked in the rate because they never know. They went through the whole mortgage process. And every day is changing. Every day is changing. You're changing, you know, they say, oh, well, the taxes went up a little, the property taxes. Now the rates went up a little, so it does affect their buying power. And this client is an income check. So she has all the documentations, everything. She makes 110, 120,000. Yeah. But even with the rate as high as it is right now, with 7%, we've never seen before yet. Like in the last 7 years, 6 years, we've never seen like 7%. Yeah. Yeah, because it was always like 4, 4.5, even 1.5.
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5, 5.5.
Yeah, yeah.
But now it's like 7, and then a lot of people will be affected by it. But like you said, it always comes down to, can you get the loan? Can you afford the monthly payment? That's all that matters in the end, right?
In the end, is can you even get the house?
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it's also because it affects people's buying power. So before, when the rates were 4.5, 5,
yeah, it was a lot less.
If you were making 100,000, you were considered a very qualified buyer.
Yeah.
But now with 7% at 100,000, you're just average or below.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
That's how much it affects the buying power. You know.
Yeah, well.
So now you have to make 150,000 to be like, okay, you're good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the percentage can affect on the mortgage wise.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If you could be able to buy something, buy something.
Yeah, by all means, buy it. If you could afford the monthly payment, you could buy it. You have the money to the buying power. Go for it. And then, like I said, the rate's not gonna be at 7% for a long time.
We don't know.
Well, we don't know, but that's why it happens. You can always refinance when the rates come back down, right? Like you said before, yeah. You can always refinance when the rates come back down.
But you see, and you'd be glad if the rate go up.
Oh yeah, that's true. then you're like, oh, I'm glad I bought it.
Yeah, you know, like think about it.
Because the thing, a lot of people they don't realize is you waste a lot of time. Do you want to buy a house now when you can, or do you want to be like, hey, maybe half a year later when the rates go up, now I can't afford it. Now I have to wait until. So what happened if the rate doesn't come back down in 2 years? Yeah. Then you gotta wait 2 years for the rate to come back down. Then would you rather buy now when you can afford it?
Yes.
And get on with life?
To me, I always buy and wait. Right? You buy and wait what's gonna happen. You know, you don't know if the rate's gonna go up, or you don't know the rate's gonna go down.
Yeah.
But you buy at the time when you can afford it. That's it. And then you wait. I would rather do that instead of like just waiting on the sideline. Then you're losing out.
Yeah.
Honestly, right?
Then you always will be waiting on the sideline.
You'll be always waiting on the side. I have a guy that I remember before I worked with this buyer and stuff like that. He's still waiting. He's still waiting.
For how long?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just 5 years. I mean, he's still waiting. He's like, oh. You know, at that time, he didn't lock it in the pandemic and stuff like that, or he think that the rate is still going to go down, and then all of a sudden...
No. But you know when the pandemic, when the rates dropped historically low,
no, but
people was like, oh, the value's going to go down.
Yeah. That's what this guy do. He think that the house value is going to go down.
Yeah, so he's just waiting.
Yeah, he just keep waiting. He's like, oh, I'm going to wait until the house drop a little bit more. Or I keep waiting until the house drop a little more, and then all of a sudden the house never dropped.
Yeah, no.
When haven't you seen New York drop?
It went up. The values went up.
Yeah. Because the mortgage rate went down, the value of the house even go up even further. Yeah. And then he think, oh, let me wait a little bit more. But now maybe the rate's gonna, when it's higher, the house value is gonna drop. But truthfully, the value still didn't drop.
It still didn't drop. Now you're just waiting.
And now he's like, oh, the rate's so high. Now let me wait for the rate to go down.
Yeah. So how long are you gonna wait? Right? if you like if he had your mentality from the beginning in 2018, like if you had the buying power right now, just buy it.
Yeah, he would make a fortune right now.
If he bought it back in 2018, 2019, and the rates dropped all the way down to the historical, when he refinanced then,
you would cut the mortgage rate, half. Yeah, almost half.
Yeah,
because you're cutting the rate like half of that.
That's
because
crazy.
at that time, 2018, it was like around 6%,
4.5%, 5%, around
there.
5, yeah.
And then you refi when the pandemic was like 3%, you know?
2.25%.
2 something.
2.5%.
2.75%. 2.75%.
Yeah.
That's like free money.
I heard people refinance for almost only 2% when they refinance.
Oh my God.
It's like they give me
that's like free money. That's practically, at that time, it's free money.
See, that's why
But don't think about that. Yeah. Don't linger on that. You're not going to see that for another historical.
Yeah. No, but the moral of the story is, if you see an opportunity, go for it.
Yeah.
Do not wait.
No, if you can afford it.
Yeah. No, that's why that's an opportunity. If you can afford it, that's an opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Why wait?
Yeah, you wait and you keep waiting. If you keep waiting, you keep waiting. You're going to be on the sideline all the time. You've seen other
people are making moves and you're like, why am I still here?
Yeah. That's the one thing with real estate is that you can't be waiting, you know? If you keep waiting, you're going to continue waiting. You know, you had to think about that right mindset too. Don't wait. You rather, if you think about, can you afford it? Think about that question.
Yeah.
Can I able to afford it? Don't even think about waiting or the mortgage rate is going up or going down or whatever. Think about at that time, at this period of time of you. Can you able to afford that payment? That's it. Are you comfortable with that payment? That's all you got to think about. Don't think about the interest rate. Don't think about all these other inflation or whatever it is or stuff like that. You can't predict the future. I can't predict the future. I can't predict whatever it is. But you can see what it on this end for yourself. If you're financially stable and you're financially well and you could be able to afford that payment of yours this time and continue paying for it, by all means do it.
Yeah. If the opportunity ever presents itself, seize it.
And one thing too about real estate is that every house is not identical to the one that you have seen now. Right?
Yeah.
If you found something that you fall in love with and able to do what it is, you're not going to see that same identical home in another place or in the same neighborhood or something like that. Because that house is going to be particularly for that house. You know? Everybody have their own character of their own home. You know? So sometimes you will lose out, for instance, that particular property that you love so much by waiting.
Yeah.
So I would recommend, if you've seen something you like, you've seen something that you want and able to do it, I would say by all means do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much saying if the opportunity ever presents itself, just go for it. Don't wait on it.
Don't wait.
There's a story,
life never gonna wait for you.
Yeah, life's not gonna wait for you. There's a story that I heard. I'm not sure if everybody heard this story. There was like a guy who's very religious. He's always praying to God, right? So he's like in a village, and obviously the flood starts coming. And the guy was like, well, I'm gonna pray to God. I'm gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm just gonna pray.
Okay.
Since I'm so religious, God will save me, right? So the flood starts coming, and the water starts coming, and then it starts elevating the water. Like it gets deeper and deeper, you know? Yeah. And then the helicopter comes, right? The helicopter goes on a ladder. Was like, do you want to hop on? The guy was like, no, I'm just going to pray to God, right? Okay. So the helicopter goes away. Now, there's a boat that passes by. Hey, the water's really coming. It's coming really strong. Do you want to hop on? The guy's like, nope. I'm just gonna pray and I'll be fine. What happened in the story? I think the flood came. The guy obviously he drowned. When he went up to he asked God, what's going on? How come I'm so religious? I prayed to you. How come you didn't even bother saving me? And the guy was like, I give you 2 opportunities. The helicopter was the first one. Yeah. You didn't want it. The second one was a boat. You didn't take it. Yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Wow,
that's a good moral story, right?
Well, that is it. But then that's a price to pay.
That's the price to pay. Yeah, because it's like, hey, opportunity presents itself. If you don't seize it, you're gonna lose it. That's what it is. Yeah. If you don't seize it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, there's always opportunity out there, but it's just you gotta see it. Yeah, you gotta try to take advantage of whatever you see. You gotta proceed on it. You gotta do it.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yeah.
If you could afford it now and you're okay with the monthly payments, go for it.
That's right.
Like Brian says, if the rates go up, then you'll be like, oh, well, at least I bought a good time, you know. You don't know when the rates will come back down.
That's right.
At least you got things done. But if the rates will ever come back down, great. Refinance it.
Yeah. Refinance it. You know, and then if the rate goes up, you're already locking at a lower rate.
Yeah.
you never know, right? I mean, the rates may go up 15%. Then what happened? That's what historically say. It did went up to 15% before.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe this rate is the lowest rate at this time. You know?
Right? And when the rate goes to like 12 in the teens, you'll be like, wow, why didn't I get it when it was a 7%?
Yeah, 7 or 8%, right? Holy crap, you know? But yeah. So now, what is the news going on right now, huh? What's going on with the news? Well, today, I think what I've seen in this year, let's pull up over here. So we have celebrities. He was the ex-coach of Brooklyn Nets. His name is Steve Nash.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's going on with his real estate?
He listed his property for $6.25 million townhouse in Brooklyn.
Where is it?
This one is located in Cobber Hill. So it's a nice area in Brooklyn. Very, very classy neighborhood. Very, I would say a lot of historical buildings and things like that in that neighborhood. Yeah. It's very, very cozy, put it that. And his house, I would say, is a very nice house. It looks very nice. It's a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom, over 4,200 square foot.
Wow.
Yeah, they have this customized curve in the house, in the stairway.
Oh, staircase. Okay.
Yeah, the staircase. It looks pretty nice. So Steve Nash is a NBA, I don't know if I said it, but he's an NBA coach for Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. Why is he selling it?
And he got fired.
Oh, that's okay. So he's relocating.
I don't know where he's relocating, but yes,
he's definitely not staying in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Because if he's selling, he's not staying in Brooklyn.
You know, the one thing is, I feel bad for Steve Nash. He's not bad.
He's a great guy.
I think he's a great guy. And, Brooklyn Nets is just at that time, the team that we have for Brooklyn Nets was I don't know. It's not that great.
But the team is
Kyrie Irving.
It looks different now.
Yeah, but now it's a little bit different too, yes. Yeah. But he bought that house back in the days for only $5 million. $5 million in 2019, around there. And that house was actually asking for 6.49.
Yeah.
but they gave him a heavy discount at that period of time. Somehow, some way, they negotiated to only $5 million.
Yeah.
To get that house. That's not bad. I mean, the house is a nice red brick house, solid house. Interior wise, let's take a look. I mean, it looks very nice. They got a little terrace on the rooftop.
Yeah.
They got a nice white. It looks like Steve Nash, a very minimalist, like.
Yeah, it's not much. I don't see much furniture.
It's very white.
Yeah.
Interior, very.
I only see like some
elegant.
Chairs. Elegant, yeah.
Elegant looking, nice. Seeing there's a nice hardwood floors. Kitchen wise, looks very spacious, open kitchen.
I wonder if these pictures were taken before he moved in, or he really is just a minimalist.
I think no. I think this take recently. They wouldn't take those old picture on there. Yeah. They have a little fireplace over here. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah,
Windows
looks
look nice.
antique.
Very bedroom wise, look like it's very spacious.
Love the windows.
Yeah, the windows are very nice, right? Yeah, I love that. That kind of like a French window in a way. Yeah, and then this his kids' room looks pretty cool. Look at that. I have like that oval looking
the arc
in there, exposed brick. That looks very cool. And then his bathroom. This looked like a 2-sink vanity, nice curved tub.
Right.
Golden access.
So if anybody want to buy Steve Nash's townhouse, reach out to briantngo or Cameron Chang, and we'll set up a showing.
That for sure. If you guys need any kind of real estate, contact us. You know, we can get you into this, have access to this.
Yeah.
For sure. But it looks decent. I mean, his house looks very nice and clean.
Yeah.
And I seen it's just a little bit. Sometimes maybe it's too white for certain people, because it looked like everything in his house is white.
Yeah.
Right? White brick, white doors, white floorings, white ceilings. Yeah. I mean, Steve Nash looked like.
I'd rather keep the brick as original colors.
I mean, sometimes, people like that. Yeah, I mean, exposed brick. Sometimes people like the like kind of like the vintage kind of look for the red brick. But then me, I think nowadays I like a little color into it. I mean, I don't mind white. Looks clean, very clean on this end. For me, this is not bad. It's not bad, but for the price, for 6.25, I don't know. What do you think?
I think maybe around.
Will you buy it?
5.5.
You would buy for 5.5.
Around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things happening.
But one thing is, like in Cobber Hill, there's no parking.
Yeah, it's Cobble Hills, but he's also very close to like Brooklyn Heights. It's right there, right around the corner.
Well, yeah. I mean, the area, I had no doubt about it. I mean, the area is beautiful. The area is nice. I mean, it's very peaceful, very cozy. Put it that way. It's a very cozy neighborhood. Cobber Hill, and it's a very oriented family there too as well. School is excellent. Very security heavy safety too as well in that neighborhood. I like it. Yeah, I like that area. But for 6.25, maybe just have to look into there what else there is in there, because as of right now, what we're seeing online, there's only that much that we can see. We have to go there physically, to inspect it for real, to see the quality, the material that they use, and
take a closer look at the situation.
Take a closer look at the situation on that part, to exactly understand, what you can get for a home. Right? That's how I would look if I was a buyer. I like, whenever I buy a certain thing, I want to experience it, right? I want to go there and check it out and feel it. And have an understanding of, for instance, that neighborhood or anything around there, the house itself. Does it fit for my family? Does it fit for certain things? Then I would make that commitment. But price-wise, as you see, like this is Cobber Hill, 6-point-something million. You move down like maybe Sunset Park, you don't even get to that price. Yeah. So it's always depend on a different area, right? Is location in New York City? Is always location.
I agree.
Totally different.
It's definitely
right.
Yep. Different
Totally
prices.
different prices.
Yeah, different location, different price points.
Even you're talking about not even Sunset Park. You go down Park Slope, it don't even reach up to like $6 million.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Mostly around like $3 million.
3 million, yeah.
3 or 2.5. Yeah,
around there.
In
Yeah.
Park.
You're not gonna see anything lower than 2 million in Park Slope. Let's go from 2 to 3, maybe 3.5. Stretch a little, yeah.
Even like Borum Hill, maybe right now reach like around like $3-4 million.
3-4 million, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, see, like New York City. The funny thing is that when you buying a house in New York City, you creating the market.
Yeah.
Honestly, see, that's the beauty of New York. You're creating that market if you can sell it for that certain price. Because a lot of New York City houses, you can still do like a CRM, like that's the market analysis.
Yeah.
The best you can, but end of the day, truthfully, is the person that's buying is the one that creating that market.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
So for instance, if Steve Nash sold it for 6 million, 6.25, that area is going to become 6.25.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that means that there is a market for that people that buying for that kind of price.
Yeah.
You see? Then that person that buy is going to create for in that area that price of the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? That's the unique thing about New York City. Is that whoever is willing to put out that money for that kind of price will create that market. Because now everybody in that neighborhood will, talk to each other, telling you honestly, right?
Yeah.
Like,
neighbors are nosy. They want to know.
Neighbors are nosy. I mean, they will say, my house is going to worth 6.25.
Yeah, because that one's sold for 6.25.
Yeah, because, hey, that guy sold for 6.25. Why I'm taking less? Right? So now you're creating that neighborhood.
Yeah.
That opportunity for that neighborhood. If you're willing to pay for that price. Mm-hmm. So that's why in real estate, you don't have to worry about how much you buy. See, come back to what it is again, Don't worry about how much it is. Is worry about can you afford it or not.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a good life lesson.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
So stop worrying too much. I would say stop worrying like what certain thing. If you could afford it, do it.
Exactly.
If I could afford 6.25, I pay 6.25.
Yeah. I'll go do it right now.
Yeah. I'll go do it right now. If I could afford 6.25, shit. I would pay for 6.25 because I know my money is going to be there.
Yeah.
Right? Like look what Steve Nash bought it for. He bought it back in 2019 for like $5 million.
Yeah.
And now he's making $1 million something.
Yeah.
If I bought it for 6.25, now 3 years later, maybe I'll sell for like $7 million.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're not even doing anything.
Yeah.
Your money just growing.
The money's still growing. It's still there.
Yeah.
Like even it's kind of like battling inflation. Think about it, right? Because back in the days, 2019, $5 million is different from $5 million now.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, so there you go. I mean,
there you go.
Yeah. So if you could afford what it is, I would recommend going and doing it. And if you can't afford it, then keep saving up.
Yeah, and
Save
hopefully one day you will act on it.
Yes, act on it.
Because
money's gonna lose value every single year. Mm-hmm. So saving is good.
Yeah.
But you gotta know to a certain period of time how much you're saving up to, right? When can you pull that trigger? Because the longer you wait, the more money you're losing.
That's true. That's a good lesson, economic lesson.
Yeah. But anything else, Kenwood?
No, I think we'll just wrap it up for today. Now
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming back. If you guys like, more of us on this end, please give us a thumbs up. Leave down in the comment if you agreed or not. Are you ready to buy or not? Are you the person that's going to be waiting or not waiting? Leave us down in the comment below. Let us know. And then if you guys want to share with us different topics that you want us to discuss about, leave it down in the comments as well. We definitely going to read every single comment there is.
Yeah.
So until next time, guys, be real, and I will see you then. Take care. Peace.